So then, welcome to a video today based directly on this camera. So this is a Nikon Coolpix b500 and I've had this thing since Christmas 2019, and this is actually a fairly good camera, as I have used this in some videos in the past. This thing takes some brilliant pictures, and obviously the screen actually comes out, so then I can just stare at the screen while the camera is laid down like that. But I just want to focus on how much I really like this camera, and is it really worth it to get one of these. So here are the main basics what I like about it. It's got your mode wheel, so you got your normal camera, your other options I don't use much. I just mainly use camera in night mode or portrait mode, but I mainly use the normal camera mode. And this thing takes normal 4 AA's and a SD card as big as you want it to be, but I've got a 16 gig Toshiba SD card. Just put that in there, clamp that down, and this is the camera itself. And also we do have a flash on here for obviously the night mode. So I want to focus on the software of this thing, so how's about we get to it. Okay, so first of all, here's the camera. It was in standby mode while I was configuring the thing, and sorry it's a little blurry, but you're gonna have to make do. So here's the thing. See what when it's doing normal pictures, you can see it's looks delayed on here, but that's obviously the shutter speed. But for me, it is a bit delayed. See what? As you can see there, it's a little delayed, but yeah, not big of a deal when you're taking photos. But this is the camera itself. So obviously you got your wheel, select your modes. So there's scene auto selector. You got your portrait, night landscape, night portrait, backlighting, sports, creative mode, smart portrait, short movie show, and auto mode, what I usually use. So this is auto mode, customly configured to how I want. The lens on this thing is actually quite long when it's fully in. This is zooming out. This is going in. And this is autofocus. So if you want to try and get a decent angle in a place, or trying to autofocus at the same time, you just hit that button and it shrinks it. So like for example, I'm focusing on my speaker at the moment, I just press this button, it just shows you the fit, or the normal size and how much you zoomed in. So it zooms in, remembers where you are, if I zoom all the way in and press that, it does the same thing, goes in sort of, then goes back out, so you can try and focus on where it is. And as you can see, inside it's hard to tell with a little Bluetooth and a Wi-Fi symbol. If I go into the settings of this camera, so into menu, I can go into Wi-Fi, and then I can select Wi-Fi, network settings, SSID, and then I can edit my camera's name. But obviously I don't want that, so I'm going to hit menu, password, so I can add password, I think that's blurred, channel, I can change the channel of the camera, so I'm going to keep that on 6, and Bluetooth, pair devices, yeah, keep that enabled. You can see there's no pair devices at the moment because I've not used this option much. And then you got send while off, which I can connect to this camera while the thing's turned off and take some pictures off it, or videos, whatever. So those are your options. You can edit your thing. You've got frame rate, you've got 25 frames at 60 Hz, or then you got 30 frames, 1080p I think it is. Yeah, I believe that's 1080p, 30 frames a second, movie AR or VR on, that's on hybrid, I'm just going to select on for that. Then autofocus, and full-time autofocus, you got single autofocus, so I keep that on that. The movie options, you can select 1080p is 1080 at 30 frames, 1080 60 frames, 720 at 720, or 720 at 30 frames, 480 at 30, 480 at 120 frames, and 1080 at 15 frames. So obviously I go for 1080p 60 up. I'm going to go to camera, select my quality, there's 4K, I believe, 16 megapixels, 1600 by 1200, so you got 1:1 aspect ratio down there, and you got 16:9 12 megapixel. And then the rest of these are 16:10 I believe. So now I'm going to select 16:9, and then you can change your sensitivity via ISO. So I want to keep that at a fixed range, and that's mainly about the settings. So if I press that, I can go through everything I took pictures of. So you can see there's some pictures of my bird in the tree, videos of a PC that I've been working on that I've not finished, some other pictures, and that's mainly it. Good quality pictures actually. So then come out of that and zoom out. It's decent, but not for like people that want high-end ones. Like you could probably just get one of those Canon EOS Rebels. More expensive than this, but there's definitely more customizable stuff you can do with it. Sorry, that's my chair we move. But there you go. That's my camera that I've used. Mainly a review on this 1 year later and how well it's held up. This I originally was going to get, but use this for Comic Cons, Anime Cons, Furry Cons, you name it. I want to go to them, take some pictures, but obviously that's not going to happen. But it's a great little camera for videos and that. Anyways, this is my little review on this camera, how well it's held up over a year, and I will in fact see you all next time.